Okay, and here we go. A new episode of the Rob Sachetto Drawing All the Time show. Happy fun hour. Hey guys, it's Rob Sachetto coming to you from the studio where I make zombie things all the time-o. I am the internet's busiest zombie artist nerd, and shout out to Anthony Fantano with a great intro, of course. So yes, I am doing as if you didn't know. See, at this point, I don't know what I'm going to do for the thumbnail because I haven't finished the live stream yet. So, these will be done, likely, hopefully, in the time that we have together tonight. So, these are requests that I've gotten from folks at cons recently. And one of them was Sackboy. Okay, Sackboy. Doing Sackboy, and I'm adding my own little things in there. But apparently somebody wanted to see Sackboy, so I'm like, okay, doing it, man. I've done a lot of them this year, man, a lot. So yeah, check out Zombie Daily for that. All the new stuff this year. I mean, I post new zombie art on Zombie Daily every single day, so there's a ton of stuff there to look at. Nonetheless, but if there's something that you want to see on there, let me know, man. And the difference between the difference between a suggestion and a custom order is that a custom order I get to right away, you actually pay for it and you get the original. So that's the difference. Like if you request it and pay for it as a custom, like that happens right away. However, a suggestion, I might get to it eventually, So, and you don't own the original or any of that. But, so that's the difference between a custom order or custom drawing and a suggestion. Because I think a lot of times people get confused, and I do too, when it comes to, what if somebody's asking for something specifically that they want, or they would like to see that as a print or whatever someday, So yeah, the clarification's always great, right? And I mean, obviously, you just go to zombieportraits.com and contact us. Order whatever you'd like. I'll quote you like immediately, and after you send the funds for an original drawing, I get to work on it immediately, man. And I can even do a live stream of your custom if you'd like, if you think that would be cool. A lot of people have already wanted me to do that, and I'm like, yep, cool. And for some I have, and for some it's pending. But there's a few live streams where I'm actually doing either a zombie portrait, like a personal zombie portrait, or a custom. Yeah, so you can see those being done. Check out the other live streams. If you dig this content, ooh, you're gonna love all the other stuff. I've been, this is crazy. I don't know if any of you guys do this, but I've been going back and rewatching a bunch of stuff that I watched from a creator, and just to see if I'd seen it before or whatever, because I like their stuff so much. Like, it entertains me enough that I actually go dig into their, deep, and then like all that stuff that I didn't like before because I didn't think I had the capability on my control thing, or it was a new thing. And so I started going back and liking everybody's posts that I wasn't able to do before, or think I was able to do before. So yeah, it's those things, where you're like, yeah, I like that creator enough to sort of spend the time to do things like that, So yeah, and there's a couple people I follow that I really, try to encourage their success, And I hope you guys, see this channel too, kind of in the same way, and enjoy it enough to share it or recommend it or subscribe to it. That would be the ultimate. There's so many ultimates, like, word of mouth is super fantastic. Subscribing, things of that nature, and watch me draw stuff. Sometimes I flub things, man, and I don't shy away from the humiliation of it, because it's just part of life, man. And you just get up. It's the most used trope ever, man. You just get up and do better the next time, or just don't stop trying to manage through, type of thing. So yeah, that indomitable spirit type of thing, if you like that, yeah. Indomitable. There. I think I think I really like my version of the chest thing. It doesn't look exactly like that, but I'm drawing it with a bit of a almost Tim Burton-esque bat wing tip. So yeah, but it still looks tactical. Yeah, sorry, this shouldn't be. That's yeah, that should be tactical, actually, not windy. Yeah, should have a harder edge, is what I mean. Yeah, but yeah, I like the plates or whatever, and I was gonna put the axe in there, but the axe is huge; it would just cover up so much of them, So I think that's good. I think I like that, And the boots, I wasn't even sure. Like, one of the reasons I've waited so long to do Absolute Batman is because it's so hard to find a good picture of him that makes sense. Like, everybody's rendition of him is different in some way, or it's hidden, cloaked in shadows or something, or whatever, has some fancy effect that you can't see, like parts of his costume. And I'm like, I don't even know what this guy looks like, man. So even now I'm a bit like making things up, I think, or I'm using my best guess to fill in the blanks that I couldn't tell what was going on, man. But yeah, I've been down this road before, so I can kind of extrapolate fairly well. Or at least it seems like it, But yes. Trickery. What trickery is this? What trickery is this? Just checking the chat. There. Back in real time. So I'm making this, zombie Absolute Batman. If you didn't know, it was a request too, from way back, and I knew I was going to do them without the request, but it was just a matter of time. And like I said, it was so hard to find a good picture that, like, you could see what was happening with his costume and all that. So yeah, that was a big reason why it took that long, And I just found these today. I think I just found these today, or like I had a bunch, right? When I say these, I had a bunch of them, and like I just gave them a standard kind of zombie pose. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to fill in the blanks with whatever I can see from these 3 or 4 pictures, Yeah, so again, I was extrapolating even at this point. But I think I got it down. I think I know what's going on with this thing. I made his belt a little thicker, but because in all the pictures, I think his belt was thinner. Yeah. Cue the music. I'm about to do something stupid. There, and like, I think I probably made up some of this gimmickry. Yeah. Again, because I couldn't see really what was going on. Yeah, it's true, man. Like, those pouches probably don't look like that, but, close enough. And, do better, douche. Do better. Quiet you. There. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. You know what? I'm actually happy with that. Wow. Wow, right from the get-go. Okay, good. We're off to a good start. You know what? I took a bit of a break. Even monsters need time to breathe, man. Even monsters need time to breathe. And my league, my precious league. Even monsters need air, sir. It's true, though. It's true. Like, I needed to take a kind of break from the drawing table for a bit. A few hours, man. Yeah. But it was good. It was good. It's always refreshing. You know what? I recommend that totally, too, because it's one of those universal truths, man. It always works. Like, it always makes you feel better taking a bit of a break, So, yeah. For God's sakes, take a break, man. But yes, and then I'm going to put more bony hands on them. Because I like that look for this. And his glove is ripped, of course. All right. Yeah, like that. It's okay to like that. Yeah, I think that looks great, and I love the thickness of his legs. That's the thing. This Batman is this crazy, bulky, way outlandishly huge dude, and a small head, man. And man, if you're I'm right into. I am right the hell. They sign me up all the way with everything. Absolute Batman. It's awesome. Like, again, it is one of those books that, like, as soon as it comes in, I'm happy to read it. Like, it's one of those. It's so great, man. And for a comic to do that for me at this point, man, is awesome. It's very, very awesome. Not that I'm jaded or anything like that, but that book is really unique, and wow, they really took a risk with that, man, and that's so great to see. At least that's how I feel. At least that's how I feel. I felt like they took a risk with that. Like when you look at the initial Catwoman or Killer Croc. Like, you're like, oh, wow, this is way out there. Like, why is she wearing a pumpkin on her head, man? Like, what's with the huge... But then, that was the way that cover was initially responded to, without any context. And then when all these other artists started to show it, people started warming up to it, you know what I mean? So, I think Tyler Kirkham did some really great cover rendition of that Batman 13, Absolute Batman number 13. Yeah, the first Harley, first Absolute Harley too, man. Isn't that crazy? Yes, if you didn't know, Yeah, well, it's been out for a while now, so I'm sure a lot of people who care, no. Comes as no surprise. But yeah, man, that's crazy. Crazy stuff happening in that comic. So I'm gonna put another kind of wound there, like some kind of weird, yeah, like gaping wound. Some other things happening in there, rips and such. And he's got these bands, man. Yeah. And man, I wish, you know what, I love the placement and the size of this, but I do wish I had way more room for a cape. Like the crazy, crunchy cape, man, the giant cape, with all the weird tendrils. Like, I wish I had more room for that, But it's one of those things where, yeah, you gotta show enough of the character itself before you can do fancy things, And that's kind of why I chose this pose, because I wasn't entirely sure of the dynamic of the costume, So I was like, I'm going to start with a relatively static pose and gather all I can from four pretty good pictures of him, like drawings of him. Maybe a statue too. I'm not sure. I can't remember now if I used the statue or not. But even that was, that was dodgy too. But anyway, suffice to say, I had to use multiple references for him, because there's so few that are clear enough to get the whole story of his costume, And I didn't want to start looking through all the comics, that's, they're already bagged and boarded. I can't do that, So trying to find good pics. Descriptive pics. Don't care if they're good. Just pics that, show his costume. And yeah, man, it's cool. Like, it is a very cool redesign. But wow, it's way out there. It's way out there, man. The size, too. Yeah, just the size. Outlandish. Yeah, I really like that. I think that's great. What do you guys think? Holler if you hear me, man. Holler if you hear me, baby. Yeah. Hit the chat if you'd like. I'll be checking that periodically. Check the chat. And if you haven't, and you do enjoy the content, please subscribe. Please subscribe. But really, all joking aside, it would really mean a lot to me. I'm so utterly impressed with the new massive exodus to my site, to the page, to the channel rather. So I'm very happy about that. All the new subscribers, all the old subscribers, thank you so much for sticking around and digging the stuff. I hope you're still digging it and still liking where it's going and what I'm doing. But yes, anyone who would like to subscribe, please do. That should help me enter a little bit of a loftier space in the algorithm stream, so to speak. Reach more viewers. Encourage more people to draw. Show more people how I draw. I draw. Is the dreaded I draw. And perhaps inspire. Perhaps inspire one day. Hyundai. One day. So there, I think that's good. I think that's really good. Yeah, I really like that. He's almost got those John Byrne feet. You know what? Here's the thing. I tried to fit in that. I think it's too close to the bottom. Yeah. Yeah. Damn it. I wanted to show more. Well, you know what? Yes, I could do that. Yeah. Okay, that's maybe what I will do. Is I'll make it go this way. That should still. Yes, that works. That doesn't hurt the design. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right, here we go. Okay, let's see it. There. All right. Rob, are you going crazy? Yes. Yes. There, I think that's. I really like that. I really like that. But I must have some coffee, for goodness sake. I'm only human. As the comics would say. Okay. Thank you guys for watching and tuning into the broadcast. As I draw Absolute Batman as a zombie from the Absolute Deceased timeline. Yes. How about that? Yeah. The Absolute Deceased timeline. I like the sound of that. Too soon. Gotta let that breathe. I think they came out with the other titles a bit too soon too. I don't know. What's your opinion? What am I doing with this? Is it wrapped around tight or is it loose? I think wrapped around tight but ripped. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I like that better. I gotta nail it down because I'm kind of doing the detail for both, and I'm like, no, that's not right. That it's either stuck to them or it's falling off of them. So stuck to them it is, and then but ripped, but with rips. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I like that better. Oh, you know what? Even that. Yeah, that's great. I like that. It's a drawing of discovery. Well, I'm in the working it out phase even for this because I'm thinking I didn't think that would look good for the. I wouldn't have used that. That wouldn't be my first choice to put like circular rips in the bands. But now that I see it, I'm like, I think that actually looks kind of good. So I might in fact go with that in places, So yeah, it's a discovery, because I'm still working it out. And when you see something, you're like, oh, you know what? That actually looks kind of cool like that. As you're sort of toying with it, sculpting it, I guess, with your pencil, and that's the beauty of the rough, right? That's the beauty of the rough. It's so like spontaneous and powerful, It's like it's a wonderful stage in the drawing, Whenever you see those really cool like pencil drawings, man, like the inked and colored, computer colored version of whatever that is never as good. I hate to say that, but man, that those powerful penciled, like super, what's his name, Mark Silvestri type, drawings, man. Those things, yeah. The Bisley ones, the Bisley penciled stuff from Slain. Yeah. Oh man, it is dry in here. It's dry in here, but that's good. I'd rather have it too dry than too moist. Moist. There. Oh yeah, you gotta have the rip in the. Gotta have the rip in the knee, and that's great because you know what? I really got that leg right, man. Yeah, that leg looks perfect, and I think it's because I did it real quick. I drew it because I was using 4 different, as I mentioned earlier, I was using 4 different source material things to draw them, because I couldn't find one good descriptive pic of him, I know that sounds crazy, but yeah. But no worries. He's an amalgam. He's an amalgam of a couple different drawings. And you know what? I think he's turning out okay. He's turned out okay. Oh God. Yeah, there. There we go. Wonderful. Does that make sense? Let's see if this came something out like that. I don't know. Does that make sense? Maybe. Okay, I'll revisit that after and see how it looks. Yeah, just I'm like, how should his cape go there? Because I know, like the weird ends of it kind of look like this, like literal bat toes. That's how I guess he scales buildings like that or whatever, too. But you know what I could do? You know what? I'll add line in here to actually differentiate the surfaces. Yes, that's what I'll do. That's how I'm gonna handle that. I think. Okay, good. So yeah, working it out. Like I'm trying to figure out what the best course of detailing the inside of the cape is, and I think the varying line widths will work. In a vertical pile. Yeah. And I am Spider. I am kind of making up the boot because I don't think there's a really good boot photo that I found that had his boot specific details. There was one that was really awesome by, I think it was Raphael Grandpa. But he's amazing. But his style doesn't lend itself well to, it's a little wilder, right? So he kind of takes a few liberties in the details of the costume, which is totally cool in his style, but it's not something to go that's a model. That's a model of absolute Batman. No, it's not. It's sort of a very stylized by the artist rendition, which is awesome, but not what you want when you're trying to figure out the real details of his costume, right? So there was that. It was amazing, but I couldn't really use it, So yeah, it was finding the best 4. I whittled it down to 4. I think it was 4. Yeah, it was 4. 4 different ones in order to get this one. But yeah, you could take a few liberties with that and darken things up and add tons of he's in the mud, he's doing whatever bat stuff, there's blood and stuff all over him. he's a zombie Batman, man. So he's probably kicked spines out of people, man. So yeah, he's got all kinds of stuff on his boots. Yeah, and I'm going to make that abundantly clear. Yeah. In fact, that would be a fantastic. Fade in, fade out, red to blue. Like he's red underneath, and like he's been wading in blood. Yeah. Oh, we have fun. Oh, Absolute Batman, bro. That's nice. Hey, sick, man. That's great to see you, man. When did they release Absolute Batman? When did they release Absolute Batman? I think they're on issue. I think 14 just came out. Issue 14. The first Catwoman. 13 or 14, I can't remember now, but I managed to get two of them because I'm like, oh, first Absolute Harley Quinn, eh? Okay, I'll just get another one in case, in case anybody doesn't have one. What run is this? It's the first run, the only run, and I had to jettison Superman, but I still collect Absolute Wonder Woman and Absolute Batman because they're great titles, man. Like I had to ditch Superman because like things are getting out of hand price wise, man. Like comics are $7 each now, So I had to cut some stuff out, man. And that just happened to be one of them. And you know what, Jason Aaron, one of my favorite, the all different suits and stuff. Yeah, that's Absolute Batman. Yeah, and the horrific ways Bane turned his friends into his villains. Holy crap, man! Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. Like, yeah, there's so much. That, like I said, that's a title that I can't wait to read every month. It was like the old days when Alpha Flight was coming out and Fantastic Four and Sega Swamp Thing. It's crazy how I miss those days, man. And I would wait. I couldn't wait for Fantastic Four and Alpha Flight. And Byrne was doing both books at the same time, and churning out pure gold, like pure spun gold. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for it. It was always on my mind. It was like I had to go to the grocery store, which was the style at the time. Yeah. So this run is the one and only run started, I guess, 13 or 14 issues ago, when the Absolute Universe sort of started, it's run for I guess 14 months, man, or something like that. And they're coming out with a couple of specials there too. So those are on my pull list as well because I just love the lore. I think it's great, and I love just the way the vibe of it too. And I love the artist on it, man. Like, yeah, he's great. Like, he's one of those artists that you hope never leaves the book, So yeah. But he's gonna have to eventually, probably, I'm sure. But because he really set that style so well with the size and the, absurdity. Somehow you bought it, man. He made you buy that. So kudos to him for that. A lot of people are finding the new Absolute Joker a big misstep, or like they're laughing at it or whatever. Yeah, because they revealed him on the card cover, and a lot of people don't like it. and they were laughing at it and stuff, and I'm like, man, just give him a chance, man. Give him a chance, you know. But yeah, you have to see it. You have to. I'm not going to explain it, but you have to see it. Look it up. The new Absolute Joker. Yeah, Google that. Google that. Google that. But don't go away, because there'll be more. Because coming up next, Sackboy. For some reason. Yep. I'm doing Sackboy, man. And he's going to be a doozy. Yeah, I think I'm going to go way out on a thread for him. Really? Joker who laughs from DC Metal was insanely awesome. Yes, 100% agree. The Joker who laughs from DC Dark Metal was insanely awesome. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. What a great. Holy crap, eh? Like, just when you think, oh, you know what? They've done everything, man. Like, there's no new suit design that will blow your mind. Boom. You know, DC drops the Batman who laughs, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, and I picked up all of those, man. I like the art. I love Capullo, man. He's good. He's nice and clean, man. He gets the story across very, very neatly, you know. Good for him. Good for him. Yeah, he started out at Marvel, I guess. And them wanting him to do like the McFarlane-ish kind of style or whatever. Yeah, I think he was kind of doing a bit of it like that. In the early days. In his earlier days. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to get the knitted effect, and I think I got it. I think I got it. And yeah, he's got those button eyes. Button eyes. Yeah, I'll actually skew this one because the button eye looks like it's pushed in more. Did you ever get your button eye pushed in? I got my button eye pushed in big time. References. Speaking of McFarlane, have you done like the whole Spawn zombie universe? I'm gonna say this. I'm not a big fan of Spawn. I'm not a big fan of McFarlane, to be honest. And yeah, man, I know, like, and don't get me wrong, I absolutely understand how fans are absolutely infatuated with his art and stuff. Because I was the same way, man. Like with the artists that I loved, back in the day, you know. So yes, I totally get the, when I was into comics, man, McFarlane was awesome, and because that's kind of what you remember, and he was your intro to comics, man, Amazing Spider-Man and all that stuff, right? So. And then that was such a fertile time for the industry, where like those kinds of like hype machine things were happening for artists, which was that was really weird, man. I'd never really seen anything like that on that level before, right? So. Yeah, I guess that all tied into the comic book boom and the bust you know. But anyway, yeah, man, like, there's some artists from that era that got way better, and like they really matured, and you know, their style got got to be amazing. And yeah, there's a lot of guys from that era that have done that. But I just find his art is always the same. He's never improved or anything, because, and I mean, he doesn't have to improve. Everybody likes his stuff the way it is, and you know, why do that? But I don't know. I never enjoyed his art. I bought Spider-Man at the time because it was a hot book and blah 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 all that. I bought into that whole thing too. You know, that whole you know, buy multiple copies of stuff, you know, and all that idiotic stuff that, you know, you do, you know, following trends. McFarlane can eat shit. I am with you. Did that? You think that turd would actually make a movie, Spawn movie? Oh, that is hilarious. Yeah, that it seems to be an utter constant limbo, like constant limbo, man. And him doing yeah, that, you know what, and that's the thing. His ego is just it's what kills him, to me too. You know, yeah, I remember he was at Fan Expo, I think, years and years ago, super years ago, and Global News was going around the con floor, I guess, and just interviewing people, and they interviewed Todd McFarlane, and the news lady. I don't know. I think it was a young girl that was doing that piece, but she goes, you know, how does it feel to be the best artist in Canada or something like that? And he goes, Canada, the world. And with all seriousness, man, I was like, no, he couldn't have been serious about that. And then I would just see him in other things, of him, you know, thinking he was this genius and all this stuff, and this, yeah, basically a genius. I would just kind of laugh, and I'd go oh my god, okay, so he believes in his gimmick then, you know? So, you know, he wants to be that kind of guy. You know, he wants to be a player type of thing, you know? So, anyway, yeah, I never really dug his stuff, you know? Yeah, so Sackboy, another request. I am doing requests left, right, and center, mostly because I really want challenges, and I love having stuff on the go while I do other things. I'm working on portraits right now. I just want to check the chat here. You think that? Yes, Spawn movie. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. I can't see that happening anytime soon. But yes, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please feel free to do so. That would be absolutely amazing. I would be honored to have your subscription to the channel. That would be fantastic, and I cannot tell you what that means to me, guys. It really means a lot, and I can't believe how many new subscribers I have gotten in the last little while. So, man, thank you very much for that. It means everything to me, guys. It really does. To have your interest and support in that way is why I kind of do all of this stuff. You know, so yes, you're really doing me a massive gesture of goodness just by subscribing alone. You know, so yeah, and that brings me back to doing suggestions. I really do love doing suggestions that folks have for me. At cons, mostly the people will ask if I have something, or oh, maybe this would be a good thing for you to draw or whatever. I'm like, oh, what's that? And they explain what it is, and then I make a decision of like whether or not I'm going to do it in the next little while. But I try to do all of them. Like, I think there's a problem with a couple of things that people ask for, and I kind of have to know more about what they're asking for a request. So I can't really do that one. But I think most of the things that people have asked for recently, I've done. And they find out that they're at a con, and they find out that I've done it. You know what I mean? And I kind of forget that they asked for it, or who it was that asked for it. So when they see it done at a con, they're like, "Oh my God, you did it!" And I'm like, "Oh yes, I did." So yeah. So I can't remember who suggested the Sackboy here. I know it was a young boy. A young boy suggested it. That's all I know. I remember a young boy at the Hammer Valley Shopping Center, I think, requested this. So that's why I'm doing it. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. So I'm like, that looks like a bit of a challenge. It's got a lot of like real detail in it that you can see. So, I have to kind of watch what I'm doing, Like even doing this. Is it stretchy type of thing? And yeah, like, and then, yeah, how am I going to end? Oh, okay, you know what? No, I'm just going to put dirt and, yeah, like string and dirt. Yeah. All the knitting is sort of stressed out. Stressed out. We're in Canada, eh? Douche. Oh, Adrian, hey! That looks sweet, thank you. Oh, Tina, freaking awesome. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Thanks so much. You gotta work. Out of here. Be back. Be back next time, bro. Alright, Sick. Thank you so much. That is sick, man. Sick. Everybody check out the Sick website. Yeah. Tina, yeah, you're always working. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed I am. Yeah. Always, literally. Yes, it's kind of true. Kind of true. I do fall, like I do sort of like pass out every once in a while and then wake up a few moments later, but in between that it's kind of working, yes. So but yeah, I enjoy it so much, and that's why I always sort of, you'll see a lot of, if you've seen a lot of the live streams, you'll see that I really try to encourage people to draw and stuff, because it's I find it very therapeutic, and it really calms me and relaxes me, and you have to kind of know that there's no stakes involved in you drawing, right? There's just fun. And if you want to pick up a pencil and a little sketchbook at a dollar store and do some drawings, man, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Using different parts of your brain to process things and to create. There's so much value in that, I find, and that's kind of why I want people to subscribe, so I can reach more folks with that message, and just say, yeah, like it's a very great and fun component in your life if you do it sometimes and do it for the right reasons and not like give yourself any pressure that you're good or anything. There's no such thing as that. You just draw for the fun of it and for to relax your mind and to reach other places in your brain that you didn't use that day, the relaxing ones. So, yeah, it's fun. It's very, very therapeutic in my opinion. I can vouch. So there, this is coming along quite nicely. Sackboy. Yeah, who'd have known? What's popular with you kids these days? Sackboy is. Okay. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, so his other foot here. Yeah, that's, you know what? This is how I'm going to do it. Yeah, like this, like that, and then oh, you know what? Sorry, I gotta switch. Hey, say more crap about McFarlane. No. Oh, Trent. Hey, how's it going? Your art is pure talent, hand drawn with a passion and dedication. Wow, thank you so much, man. Wow, thank you so much. That really means a lot, and I'm honored to have your attention and your interest, man. And thanks so much for getting a zombie portrait, man. I love that. I love doing yours, man. It was a treat. It was a treat. Yeah. I'm painting along with you, Rob. Oh, wow. Thanks, Adrian. That's awesome. Ah, wonderful. Sackboy. Yeah. Sackboy for some reason. So that's happening. Yeah. Yeah. Somehow, well, just like that, somebody sort of suggested it. You know, it was a small boy at the last week's con, I think, or a week before that, who said, you know, oh, can you do Sackboy? And I'm like, yeah, man, you got it, kid. So yeah, man, you know, I can't. It's hard to say no. Besides, you know what? This is the thing. It's really fun to have challenges like this, man. Like throwing me curveballs and stuff. Sackboy, man. I gotta say, Absolute Batman was tough to do. I am so glad it looks like this, man. Like, I am really happy with this. I did not think that this was gonna happen. I was like so intimidated by his costume because I was never able to see it entirely, you know. And like I said, I used like four different sources to create this, you know, references rather. Yeah. So yeah, man. But it looks great. I really like it. I really like it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. Ding. Alright. Sackboy, yeah. I almost went to NGE this year, but I was sick. Oh, no way. Gotta give your fans more of what they want. Yeah. Oh, that's too bad, man. That's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, pneumonia. That's awful. Yeah. Gotta give your fans more of what they want. Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, man, you know, it's really fun. I find it challenging to take some of the curveballs that I get with the requests, you know, and I do have to clarify some stuff with some of the fans that have asked for things, because I'm not sure if I'm understanding some of the requests, man. I know it's not that I'm old or anything. It's because, well, it is, but but it's just like it's just which characters type of thing from that said mythos, you know, mythos, whatever. Yeah. Sackboy, 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 Snackboy. There. He's all muddy. He's all gross and shitty. Yes. He's got leaves on him. He's got leaves on him. He's got, you know what? He's got worms coming out of him. That's what. Almost, you know what? Almost ready for the first wash. So how about that? And man, you know, I think Batman is too. I think he's cleared for wash number 1, the gray, which I believe a lot of it's going to end up staying pretty much the way it is because he's gray and black for the most part. Like, I will add flourishes of other colors in there to add to the proceedings, but there's, you know, he's just a gray black guy. Gray black guy. Black guy that is gray black and gray. What? Yes. There. Wonderful. Good. And badminton, big vein, yeah, and you know his costume's ripped, and you know his costume's ripped, and like you know his costume's ripped. There. Yeah, you know what? I love, you know, that low heel there that you can actually see. It's a little, like, there's a little too much foreshortening for you to really see it there, but, yeah. I think there's a bit of, I think there's like some intestines or something on his boots. But I'll play that up later. But yeah, I'm going to put the first gray wash on. And, yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good for Sackboy. You kids like these days. Sackboy, gotcha. Doing it. Done. It's done. Watch me do it. I'm doing it. That's how hard. That's how hard I am. That's how hoard I am. Hoard. Yes. That's how hoard I am. Yes. There. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's great. Yeah. Wonderful. Good. Very, what's the word? What is he made out of? Crochet? 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 What is he, crocheted? What is this? What is this? Knitting. He's sewn like a sack, like a burlap sack. Yeah. And there he is, man. Ultra menacing. Ultra menacing. Gotta give your... Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, thanks, Nat. Thank you. Welcome to the proceedings. Oh, Sean Winkler, great work. Thank you so much. Trent, yes, it sucked so bad I was out of breath getting yeah. Well, yeah, you felt like a zombie. Yeah, now you know how they feel. No, that's awful though. Yeah. That's that is very unfortunate. I'm very sorry to hear that. Absolutely. Man, I get so nervous even like the slightest thing, you know, I'm like, oh no. So yes, that's awful. So welcome everyone, man. Everyone's watching tonight. That is crazy. We've got a lot of folks viewing the proceedings tonight. I don't know why. I don't know what's working. But I hope you do subscribe and help me create more content for you to snicker at. I can feel it. I can feel you guys doing it. But yes, I would really love for you to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. It really does mean the world to me. Like I have outlined in the past, prior to this next plea. Yeah, it really does. It really does help, though, guys. So, yeah. And again, I am utterly honored to have your attention and support. Yeah. It's great to have you guys in my studio with me as I draw. And, you know, maybe if you're drawing along with me or doing other art, that's cool too. I like that. You know, I want to do like an online, like a video tutorial, or like what do you call it? Not tutorial. I'm doing one actually very soon. Workshop. Yeah, and like I could send you a template that you can maybe print or whatever. We could figure that out, but then you would have that, and we would all, you know, do a zombie portrait together. Because I've done those, and people love that, and I'm like, yeah, man, I love doing that stuff too. So, you know, because everyone's is different, and I just love seeing that. It's really cool, man. So yeah, if you want to maybe do one of those, I'll figure that out. We'll get together and figure that out. And we can do live, you know, we can do live tutorials for like a group of people, you know, same timesies, things. There, Sackboy. Yeah, that's good. I think that's good. All right, let's get to the gray. Oh, the gray. Don't touch the gray. Yeah, I'm mixing a gray now. I'm creating a gray now. Over here in my paint tray. Yeah, this art table is vast, I tell you. Yeah, so over here, way over here, I'm creating a gray. So I'm using some white, and I'm using some blue, and I'm using some brown. She sure is saying brown an awful lot. So yeah, that makes it a nice neutral. What makes a man neutral? Gray in there. So there. Maybe I'll warm it up a wee. That's too warm. We're gonna put some more blue in there. There, a little bit more white. White and water. White and water. You can make a really nice gray from blue and brown. Yeah, you can make a really nice gray with that. And for me, I like using white. I know, you know, for watercolor, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a no-no. No, don't do it. But then I do it. And everything's fine. Yeah, because I ink over it, right? So yeah, it can cover up some of the pencils and things. But the thing is, with doing the gray wash, the initial gray wash here for zombies, is it adds that extra depth and grime and sort of like spoken for territory where color can only sort of go on top of and try to compete, but has that dingy background, right? And there's little details and things within that too, little swirly shapes and little like all sorts of little items of like paint, coalescing and sitting or mixing or whatever. So there's all those little goodies underneath it all, and that makes that gray, or this gray wash rather. I'm right here. Work, and I kind of do it for all the zombie things I do, or most of them anyway. Mostly. And I'm gonna be kind of cavalier with the gray in there. Yeah. Because a lot of him will be gray. Yeah, and like even the background part, like that could essentially be gray too, but whatever. I'll leave it the way it is for now. I'll leave it white the way it is for now, but I might affect it somehow later. Instead of him just standing on a white background. I don't know. We'll see. I didn't set it up for that. It might be kind of, unnecessary. Unnecessary. Have you seen anybody suspicious? Have you seen anybody suspicious? If you haven't seen Boogie Nights, what the hell are you not doing? References. References. Adrian, let's do it. Oh yeah. Oh, the thing. You mean the thing with the words that I said earlier? Yes. Yeah. I think that would be cool. I think that'd be really cool. Thank you, Rob. I'm glad to have it done with. Yes. No kidding. My goodness. I was wearing a heart monitor for the weekend. Came back normal though. Oh, thank goodness. Also, was wondering what's your favorite zombie apocalypse movie, game, book, show. Okay, you know what? That's a great question. Zombie apocalypse movie. If Return of the Living Dead doesn't count, I would go with, I think, 28 Days Later, like the first one. If that's kind of what you're more referring to, but otherwise, like my favorite zombie movie is, I mean, you could theoretically say that was an apocalypse movie too, because there was no way of surviving after that, like initial burning the city down thing, So yeah, it would have just kept on going. So that was like heading into the apocalypse, But if that doesn't qualify, yes, 28 Days Later, I think would probably, be the one. Game, man, that's a tough one because I don't play video games at all. I just don't have time. I know it sounds absurd. I haven't played a video game like in probably 40 years, man. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's insane. But no, I just don't have time. That's one thing that I can't, Book, same kind of thing. I don't read much. But I will say one thing, what do you call it, series by Jonathan Mayberry is really good. Fire and Ash, Rotten Ruin was the first one. Fire and Ash, and there's like, I think there was 5. So I'm actually in the first one as me in this zombie apocalypse type of scenario. He actually put me in there, and I'm a zombie portrait artist, and he explains how that works in there. Yes. So yeah. So, and I created the character designs for a bunch of the key characters that, if you have the hardcover novels, I have the art in the inside jacket. Probably the soft cover too. I don't know. I only have the hardcover, or seen the hardcover. But and then they adapted it into a comic called Rotten Ruin, and I did 5 alternate covers for the series. So there's some more comic book work that I've done, man, over the years. That was IDW. They were great to work. They were great to work with. Basically did, kind of whatever I wanted based on the, direction of Jonathan Mayberry. Like, he sort of said, or based on the necessary direction of him, giving me the necessary details of each character and all that stuff, which was, priceless, because I like getting things as close as I can to, the thing, the original thing that it's from. I think that's important, right? I hope it is. I hope it is still. You're living in the past. So there's a good show. You know what? I'm gonna say Walking Dead. Although I could only do, I think, 5 seasons of that. I could only do, or maybe 6 seasons of that, and then I couldn't keep up anymore because, like with games, I don't do a lot of series. I don't have time, so I often buy a lot of them and then watch them. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but first of all, I collect dead media. Apparently, it's dead, but I love it. It's awesome, so I do that, right? But that's kind of how I watch things, if I'm going to watch them like that, like binge watch or whatever. But man, I don't have any time for that kind of thing, man. Not right now, So, but it's funny because I think I did go up to season 6, and then when I got asked by the Walking Dead show to do work for them, for their season 6 wrap party. Yeah, so that is so crazy that I even worked for them, but it was like the last season I watched of them, Yeah. After that, I had no idea what kind of went on. I think it was the Negan one. I think it was the Negan, like the next season where Negan appears and kills those main characters. I just can't recall their names right now, but everybody knows who they are. So yeah, I think that season was the last season I watched. And I never bought the comic, man. That's so crazy too, like. Yeah, I don't know. I was never interested in the comic for some reason. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense. But somehow I couldn't care less. Sick. Resident Evil. I am back. Oh, hey, yeah, you're back, man. That's crazy. Adrian Booth, 6 back. Blah. Yeah, those bastards. After they killed Shane, I dropped that show. Oh yeah, that was a huge pivotal point too. But that was like season 3 or something, wasn't it? Yeah, I thought it was like season 3 was the boiling point or something. But I can't quite remember. But yeah, but even getting work from them was like, what's happening right now? What universe am I in? How are they contacting me? How? You know? It just seems so absurd, but oh man, like I couldn't say no, right? Obviously. But the crazy thing was, I was on this insane deadline, and I can't remember if it was for the bicycle playing cards or that video game company. All of the employees, they wanted done as zombie portraits. I can't remember if it was one or the other. That's the only thing that I can't recall. But it was one of those two things. And I'm like, I'm gonna finally have to like turn someone away who wants a zombie portrait for the first time ever, because there's no way I can do that right now. You know, because of being in the midst of this giant job that had a deadline. You know, taking time bomb attached to it too. You know. Oh, sorry. And yeah, I opened the email. It's like, "Hi, Rob. I'm from the Walking Dead show." And I'm like, "No, you're not." And yes, lo, it was them. You know, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, calling little old Rob Sachetto from way up northern Ontario. How? Yeah, we need some zombie portraits. Okay. After the kill shade, I dropped out. Yes, I stuck around for a little longer. I collect what people would call dead media. Yes, as well. Most say I'm outdated. Yeah, hey, you got an old soul probably, man. That's your problem. Yeah, you got an old soul. That's your problem. Yeah, but a proud old soul. Oh yeah, oh my God, I didn't even see that line until I said it, and then I just read it. That's crazy. All right, old soul. I was going to say I absolutely love the Left 4 Dead games. It's like Resident Evil type. You know what? Left 4 Dead. Okay, I know what Left 4 Dead is, but man, I don't know if I've seen a lot of the like visuals for it. Great time, sick. Left 4 Dead games are amazing. Great times on that game. Huh? Maybe I should check some of it out. I've never seen much of the visuals other than commercials or trailers or whatever. So yeah, maybe I should give that a look-see. You know, I just like to see what's going on sometimes. Like very rarely, but sometimes I do. You know, like mostly in things I don't really dwell in drawing wise, like Godzilla stuff. I'm a sucker for any Godzilla stuff, man. Like, yeah, anything Godzilla. Like, I'm down with 1,000, 3,000. You know. So he's gray brown, and so I'm gonna do him all that right now, and leave those stitches kind of white, yeah. But I'm gonna use a gray in there to dilute the brown there, and he's got like he'll have little chunks of flesh in his yarn. Oh, that's the word I was looking for. Yarn. Yes, he's made of yarn. A yarn sack. A yarn sack boy. What's happening with my life? What is going on? What am I doing? The absurdity of mankind. Yes. The guy just likes drawing zombies of things. Give him a break. It's true he does. It's true I do. Brown and gray, and with a little bit of blue in there to deaden it. And I'm going to try to leave those, I'm going to try to leave the stitches white, like I pronounced earlier. Yes. He was pronounced brown at the scene. Yes. There. Wonderful. Yeah, I like the texture. And you know what? This is that textured watercolor paper. Yeah, if you can see the texture of it, it's nice. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna... Oh, that's awesome. Honestly, 10 out of 10 game. Gotta get Rob streaming zombie games. Yeah. Oh, man. Sick. Indeed they are. Indeed they are my shit. Nick's voice actor is Rockstar from here in Ontario. Me and Rob come from Ontario. Yeah. Left 4 Dead. Yeah. That'd be so cool. Watch him play Left 4 Dead, especially because he's never seen it. Yeah, man. There's the headline right there, man. Zombie guru plays zombie game for first time, man, and crashes and burns. Yeah, eat shit like every 5 seconds, man. Yeah, because that's what I would probably do. Yeah. I just don't have a mind, like, you know what, it's at the point where I don't have a mind for it anymore, because I'm like, that stuff is so advanced beyond my sort of, like, purview, like, it's so far beyond anything, like, that I kind of, like, it's like learning a new skill, you know. Yeah, pretty much. And I'm an old dog. Yeah. But yes, this Sackboy, rather. It's alright, I hate. Oh, Adrian, wondering what you're doing with your life is a very dangerous thread of yarn to pull. Yes, Ad, yes. That is hilarious. Yes, given the subject matter at hand, yeah. Oh yeah, nobody should contemplate that. It's futile and deadly, all rolled into one delicious cabbage roll. Yeah. You can't dwell on that too much. You'll go mad. I tell you. Yes. So I'm very happy to have you guys watch tonight. That is very awesome. Thanks for checking me out. Doing some drawings. Doing some fan requests. And the fans do not like this one bit. Doing some fan requests. No matter how bizarre. Because Sackboy. Sackboy. Yes. For some reason. And I think that's probably good for that for now. And as you can see, his zipper is open, revealing a rib cage. So he is, in fact, human underneath. Sentient being under the yarn. The Canadian yarn art. Now go out there and sell it. Okay, so there we go. We'll let that dry, and while that's happening, we can add to the badminton. What are we gonna do, boss? What are we gonna do for reals, though? what to do at this point right now. I'm like, should I? No, I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point in terms of his cape is mostly black. His oh, you know what? Yes. All of that top part's black. Even the spiny shoulders are black. Black. And the cape. And the emblem. And the bands. And his shorts. And the boots, I think. And the cowl. And the cowl. My chair, it's got a mind of its own. So, by that rationale, but yeah, okay, so his cape is semi-dark. I can actually add some details in there and have gray be the highlight. Yes, okay, alright, so I cannot use this brush until later. I will use another one, more appropriate to the size of surface, and I'm going to add a little bit of gray in there because I love gray. It's so versatile, even when I can't see it that well, even when it gets into that color blindness field I'm so good at. I'm so good at not being able to detect yeah, like aqua and all those other, I don't know, I can't tell what colors they are. And then brown and green sometimes, blue, purple, you know, the usual. So I'm gonna create a nice, blue gray. I'm gonna create there. I think that's a nice. Creating it off camera. Sorry, guys. It's a secret recipe. Shut up. Okay. I'm going to go and do all the black parts. Blue-ish gray. And then add more black where the shadows are. Shadows. Yeah. But first, gotta put that black or blue in there to indicate where the black stuff goes. Where the black, yeah, he's even gonna have, I think, yeah, where the black shadow goes. Shadows go on the cowl and the shoulder pads, and even this, if I have a little bit too much paint on my brush, I can wipe it out in there. Okay. There. That's what I meant. Yeah, I like those spikes, man. I love his cape. I find the cape so cool. Like, it's so bat-like. It's so much more bat-like. And, yeah, the weird capabilities and climbing, appendages it has and all that stuff. How it can be activated. I find that really cool. Yes. And more on the emblem. Yeah, the fact that he's got an axe, that's crazy, man. Like, it's so easy to make him like barbaric Batman, from another Elseworlds thing, Yeah, he's already got the axe, it's wicked. Wicked. And I think I did a version of Zombie Absolute Batman before, like a sketch. I think I did. Yeah. I'm gonna just check the chat. Adrian, wondering what you're doing. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. It's alright to hate me too, guys. Hey, no one should hate Adrian. Yeah, no, that's good advice. Good advice. Yeah, wondering what you're wondering what you're doing with your life is a very dangerous thread if you're hard to pull. Yeah, yes, I love that. I love it. I love it. Yeah, man. So, Absolute Batman. Sorry, I gotta buy a new chair. Like, I need a new chair. Oh my god. Like, yes. If you want to join my Patreon just to help me buy a new chair, yes, do that. $2 a month, man. $2 a month. Yeah, like help me get a new chair, man. Yeah, it's an art supply. It's an art supply. My funding from the Patreon, it goes only to art supplies, and there's no there's no better a thing I could spend the money on this time than this old creaky here. Yeah. So there, that's for all you patrons and all you new patrons that would love to keep the art going, keep the art flowing. Yeah, please do go to the Zombie Daily Patreon page and become a member. Become a member. And yes, if you'd like to help out the, both page and channel that you're watching right now, I believe both are rather interconnected. So if you'd like to help those things flourish and, the art continue at an unabated pace as I desperately scramble towards the end. Yes, please do feel free to donate to help out create more art. A very, very quickly diminishing vocation and or hobby even, due to mostly technology. Nothing wrong with technology, but, when it comes to dismantling a wonderful, almost magical, thing from the earth, then it's not that good. It's not that good. But yes, hopefully I can help you guys maintain the traditional art standards and become artists yourself, and or create, with real materials, and enjoy it. It is absolutely and 100% very therapeutic. It's very calming, soothing, and you have to remember there's no stakes. There's no stakes involved. No one's judging you. You don't have to be good, whatever that means. There is no accountability. You do it because it's fun. You do it because it's enjoyable. You do it because it calms you. You do it because it, uses different parts of your brain that normally are dormant throughout the day for various reasons. And, your creative side may in fact be larger and more, interesting than you think. And if you get, if you want to do more creative art, you might discover that you really feel that that's a great way to express yourself. Because art is communication. Art is communication. We communicate through our art, regardless of what the subject is. And in most cases, because of what the subject is. So, yes, having art be in your, sort of mental vocabulary, your mental physical vocabulary, like knowing another language, is absolutely wonderful, you know. And like I said, there are no stakes involved. You don't have to be good. If you discover that you know, feel good and confident and people like your work, then hey, feel, you know, free to explore it. But that is not on the table ever. You know, you don't have any kind of standard to meet. You just do it, like I said, for the fun, for the enjoyment, for the relaxation of it, you know, and possible self-discovery, you know. Man, I really love this Batman, this Absolute Batman. I think it's great. Yeah, I think it really looks good. I think it's coming along really well. And I think Sackboy is looking good too. I think taking a little break from drawing for a few moments really helped, you know. And I feel, and you got to do that sometimes, right? You got to do that sometimes. You got to take a break. If you're, you know, if you're a workaholic in almost any vocation, right? Not just art, but you know, artists usually burn the midnight oil and you know, all those other things, right? And sometimes artists like working at night because it's more peaceful and less distractions and things of that nature, right? So, you know, artists do tend to, you know, burn the midnight oil and be, you know, a little tired and out of it the next day. Sometimes. I mean, you know, there's shift workers and stuff too. But yeah, artists tend to do a lot of stuff at night. At least I do, and I know a lot of other artists that do as well, you know. There are often times where it creeps into the daytime for me, but a lot of times it's prepped for doing these live streams for you guys, and you know, getting the art ready, because I use my computer screen just like kind of like I said, used like eyeball the reference off the computer screen for whatever drawing, right? So for Sackboy here and Batman, and as I mentioned earlier, if you were here earlier, I used like 4 different sources because I could never get, and that's why it's taken me so long to do him too, because like his gimmicks always obscured, like you can't see like all of his gear, and even the like the model sheets are kind of vague sometimes too. So anyway, yeah, I had to use a bunch of different references to get him right, or as right as I could. So yeah, but I'm adding brown. Yeah, I'm adding some brown in there because, you know, mud, gore, goop. There. But yeah, you know what? I'm not going to put too much. There'll be light shots of it here and there, but not too much. But I kind of want to make it look like he's, you know, filthy and gross and stuff and whatever. You know, worn in, well worn. Yeah. So yes, there. You know what, man? I really love that. I really love that Batman. 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 I really do. Yeah. Turned out great. Turned out great so far. And now it's up to me not to screw it up. So, I think hear him about to screw up. I think his no, it isn't. I was gonna say I think his utility belt is like brown or something, brownish or tan. And I'm like, no, the buckle is gray. Right? So I don't think those. Yeah, you know what? Okay, I must have a DC catalog somewhere here. There's gotta be. There's gotta be some reference. Gotta be. Like anything, just a peek. Just a peek. of reference. Okay, there's some. There's gotta be some reference in here. Like, just, yes, I gotta see. Just his belt. Ah, come on! See, this is what I mean! Yeah, I gotta learn how to draw the costume from this. Like, that's the thing. You can't tell, like, what's going on in there. What's going on in there. You know, so yeah, I gotta, like, extrapolate and, like, I can't tell what belt color he's got. But anyway, oh, you know what? Maybe I can tell what, oh, you know what? This is brownish. Okay, you know what? Dull brown it is. Yes. Yes, there it is. The reference has spoken. Dull brown it is. And I'm going to mix that up with some grays and some blues. And then I'm going to add it to that. I could crush it with my bare hands, but that would be too messy. There. Yeah? What's going on in there? Okay, that should probably be blue. Bluer. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter because it's probably going to end up being black anyway. There. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, that's his joint there. I really gotta make sure I notice that when I ink it. Or when actually, you know what? I still have to put on the sort of flesh tone because he's got his hands are exposed and like his knee too. So I have to figure out a quick flesh tone. The flesh tones. Sounds like a good band. Sounds like a good band. There. That seems like a good flesh tone. Sounds like a good band. I'm just going to check the chat. Oh my goodness. Zombie movie with tons of references. Holy crap, I've been out of the wondering what they're doing with you. Oh, okay. It's all yeah. I'm working alongside you. It was a bad pun. Have you ever seen Shaun of the Dead? What do you think of that movie? Shaun of the Dead? Brilliant, man. And that was kind of before the critics, or not the critics, I guess critics too, or movie pros or people that talk about movies, were raving about it. I was like, wow, this is a really good movie, and I think that was before people even kind of knew about it. Not that that means anything. I'm just like, I really, really enjoyed it. And then I watched it again, and now, well, of course I own it because, yeah, who doesn't? Who likes Dead Media, right? Doesn't own that. Have you seen? So Shaun of the Dead, yeah, awesome movie. I love it, and yes, very, very good film. It's turning out so well. The dimension is crazy, man. Yeah, you're right. He's huge. Zombie movie with tons of references. I'm not sure what you mean, Trent. Zombie movie with lots of references? Please clarify. He still surprises me. I like the idea where you send out templates. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think that might be good. Jace just took the... There's got to be some baseball talk, eh? Holy crap. Jace just took the lead. Rob, you should draw the losing team. Yes. That... You know what, Tina? That literally has been discussed already. Yeah, man. Yeah. But man, thank you for that. Yes, definitely something to do topical with that for sure. Jays are winning. Yep, just 3-run hit. That's a nice Batman. Thanks, Adrian. Thanks so much. That really warms me heart. Thank you. I want to see Absolute Joker. Yeah, check him out. Like, Google him, man. Absolute Joker is crazy. Like, I'm not even gonna try to describe him because it's nuts. And you'll go, what? And you have to see it. Just a picture of him in the chat. Rob said he got mixed reviews. Yeah, people are not digging it, right? Or people are laughing at it. Absolute Joker is a lizard? Shaun of the Dead has tons of references. Oh yeah, the chat. The chat gives me a limit. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Trent. Yeah, Shaun. Oh my goodness, yes. Shaun of the Dead has tons of references, and I love that. And it's funny because it also reminds me of Kung Fu Hustle, where they kind of did stuff like that too. But yeah, Shaun of the Dead was so great for that. Yeah, absolutely agree. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that was wonderful. Yeah, they're coming to get you, Barbara. Man, that's been used a billion times too, man. That line. Hey, that's awesome though. Yes. So I'm putting. I think that's a bit too much. Yeah, I'm gonna lighten it a bit. But I'm gonna put flesh on him, but it's gonna be very tight on his skull, so yeah. And yeah, his hands kind of don't match that, but whatever. Again, this is more for aesthetics than it is for like reality or whatever. Again, I'm taking license with it because, well, part of the reason is I can't really see what is going on for the most part, or for some of the parts rather. But I'm extrapolating, and I think I'm doing an okay job. I think, yeah. So if you're like, no, he doesn't look like that, or that's way off. Like, let me know, man, because I'm doing my best. Okay. Yeah. So I'm doing my best. You're not doing your best. I'm doing my best. You're not doing your best. There. Yeah, I really, yeah, man, I really love that. I really love that. I really love that absolute badminton. Yeah, maybe put a rip there too. A rip there too. And a rip there. You can see, where you can see his skin, flesh, such as it is. What did I do there? Yeah, that was underneath his costume. So, okay, yeah, he'll have bullet holes in him and stuff too when I do the inking. Yeah, riddled with bullets and stuff. But yes, I am gonna put some red in them boots. Some red in them boots, man. Like he kicked some spines, I'm gonna go kick some spines, man. Kick some spines. Put some red up in that. Purple. Yeah. Adding some purple in there. You know it. Some purple. Because, mud, organs, things of that nature. Guys, I'm really glad you could join me here tonight, as always. Yeah, I really dig having you guys in my studio with me. drawing away, helping me forget my worries and draw. You're for real, just skipping over Lizard Joker. Does he fight this Batman? I need answers, Rob. Just blew my mind. So he hasn't shown up yet. Yeah. So Batman, Absolute Batman has not fought the Joker yet, but he's on his way soon. I think. Did I hear issue 16? I can't remember now. That he'd be appearing. Something like that. 15, 16? I don't know. I don't know. But rest assured, he is coming. He's a lizard, bro. Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, he looks like a weird kaiju of some kind. Right? Oh, I was going to start inking. Yeah, okay, dummy. Yeah, you haven't put enough blood in yet. Yes. There. More mud and stuff, and yeah, adding some gore and things. Like, yeah, of course he need people to death in order to feed, Of course he need someone to death. Someone to their death. With his knees. Yes. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's nice. I like that. Oh yeah, you know what? That's really good. There. Oh yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, going through the yes. Yep. There. And you know what? I will put a little bit of blood there. There we go. Maybe some blood on the spikes. Yes. Right. When in doubt, put blood on it. If it bleeds, it leads. Do I want that in that red with the brown? With the brown. I'm going to put a little bit on his fingers. Dirty, bloody fingers. Yeah. I like that. And of course, obviously when I do this, it's the contrast in the colors, right? So again, color theory raises its beautiful head and helps us to bring areas out and shove other areas back into the background or underneath or in the shadows. And it's a wonderful technique and it's a wonderful use of color. You're for real? Okay. Have you seen him? If you're referring to the Lizard Joker character as you call it, yeah. Well, yes, but only in that drawing that you probably just saw. But he hasn't. I haven't seen any preview of him in action or anything. I don't know what his story is. So yeah, it's a mystery, and that's why I love Absolute Batman. That's why it's on my pull list. It's one of the only things left on my pull list, and unfortunately, but what can you do? But yeah, I have to have it, man, because it's an awesome book, and I look forward to it every month. Just like I used to do when I was a kid. With Fantastic Four and Alpha Flight. I used to love those titles so much, and other things too, like Saga of Swamp Thing, and that was around that time too, that I was a kid and collected all the time, and that so. Or maybe that was just the start. But anyway, yeah, I collected those often and always, rather every month. I couldn't wait. Batman's like that. Ultimate Spider-Man is really, really good. I really enjoy it. They're making it seem weird about where they're going with it right now. I think it's probably just a new creative team that's going to be on it. But they make it seem like it's ending, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think they're gonna end their biggest like ultimate title, you know. So yeah, there's probably gonna be a changing of the creative team or something. But I really enjoy that book too, you know. Yeah, it's a great, another great book, you know. Amazing Spider-Man's fun. I like that. I collect that, you know. So, yeah, but doing this zombie absolute Batman, I gotta tell you, man, I'm really happy with it. I really didn't think it would turn out this well. I'm very, very happy with it. And it's not the first attempt. I did do another sketch of it, which I, you know, immediately trashed for this one, you know. And I think this one's way better. I think he chose poorly. No, he chose correctly. And yeah, I think I did the right one. I don't like the other one. So that's why I changed it to this. And you can do that. And you can do that in art, you know. I've got a lot of pages with stuff on the back of them that I didn't like. You know, the first time I saw it, I was like, nah, I don't like it, so change it. You know. So, yeah, that's part of art. You're not going to get it right all the time, you know. Or even right for your standards, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But there, I think that's a really strong Batman in Black. Hasn't even been applied to it yet. And that's really what's going to pop him. He's really going to pop with that black when I add the black. When I add the black. So there's that. That's awesome. And now I'm going to finish filling in for his mouth here. And it's probably going to be red. It's probably going to be red. Because it's blood. How dare you? It's blood. Yeah, it's blood. So, just going to check the chat here. Have you seen him? No. No, I haven't seen him in action. Looks like it's a limit of 200 characters. Oh, for chat. Oh, really? Huh. I had no idea. I thought chat was, you could say anything, or for as long as, yeah, I didn't think there was a limit. Huh. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Well, guys, I hope that if you're watching, that you've subscribed. And that you enjoy the program, that you enjoy the broadcast that I do almost every other night. Yeah, I took Sunday kind of off. Excuse me, I took Sunday kind of off because I kind of needed to recharge. After a very dismal showing at an event, so it was not great. So, yeah, it was good. I needed to kind of decompress. But yeah, so yes, I knew I was gonna do one today. I knew I was gonna do one today. I knew I was gonna do one today. And therefore, and you know what? Originally, it was going to be baseball themed, but I think it might have been too. It might be too early to pull the trigger on that. And you know, either way, the outcome of the final thing will determine perhaps what I do zombie wise, to whom. Yeah. So, but I think there will be some. I think there will be some zombie shenanigans about in regards to the baseball, to the balling of the base. Yeah, there we go. There we got some nice yarn art. Oh, yeah, and the zipper reveals, the internal organs and skeletal system of Yarn Boy. Yarn Boy. Oh, Yarn Boy. What's his name again? Sackboy, man. Sackboy. Yeah. What's his name again? Sackboy. There. Blood on his yarn hands. Yarn fingers. There, man. And his yarn feet. Blood yarn. Yarn blood. A yarn of blood. There. Right on. That's great. Absolute Batman, I can't wait to ink you. Can I ink any part of him at this point? At this point? Let's see. Perhaps I will start at the cowl because his feet are way, way, way too wet. Like, you can see the wetness. Yeah, man, he kicked in some spines and kicked out some spines and did a lot of spine work with his knees and boots. Getting boots into spines, kicking spines around. What do I need? I need this number 3. Oh, I hope this works. Oh, you know what? Remember in our last episode? I bought those new pens? Oh yes, those dollar store pens. That, man, Batman, is what I should be using. But perhaps I will start with this. Where are those anyway? Oh, here. Well, here's one of them. Yeah, remember when I used these last time and I was like, oh man, they're awesome. Yeah, these are awesome. So I bought 2 packs of them. And they're they look like Pigma pens almost. They kind of remind me of those. The end piece. The little cap there. But I have a number 3 of that. And I could possibly use it. Oh, isn't this it? Well, oh no, those are the other ones. See, these are called Studio, and I think they're like the dollar store brand. But man, they work. They work. No, they work really well is the thing. Here's the 3, is it? Isn't it? Is it? Yes, it is. Isn't it? Is it? Is it? Isn't it? Oh, yes, it is. Okay. So I'm going to start with this 3, and then we'll see where we go from there. So yeah, as much as I wanted to cut one of his ears off or part of his ear off, I'm like, nah, you know what? That aesthetic needs to stay. That aesthetic needs to be, still part of his thing, man, because having one of the ears off looks weird. I find anyway. Like, you could gnarl it up, but yeah, I removed part of it and it looked weird, so I added it back. I was so weak. I just didn't like it. Yeah, I just didn't like it. I had an anathema to it. That means I didn't like it. There. Yeah, you know what? That almost has that Nick Dragotta, style to it with the, really large features, man. Like, he's no nonsense, man. He draws it, man, Like the teeth and everything, and I find he's like one of those really, stylistically great comic book artists. Yeah. And that's a great, I really like that face. And man, there's lots of nice, super super, super crispy details in there. And allow me to demonstrate. Allow me to demonstrate. Yeah, there's some nice crispy details in there with the line work. With the line work. You know, and especially in this cape here that I'm doing. And kind of, you know, really, really adding a lot of texture and pizzazz to everything there. I want the cape with pizzazz. And now I'm going to put those spikes there, but some of them are like, you know, all rusted and like super sharp, you know, like that rip tear sharp, not slice, but like rending the flesh while cutting, you know, that kind of. Oh no, I hit the blood. I hit the blood there, and that means I better watch out. I wanna see. Remember when I said, yeah, as long as I don't screw it up well. My impetuousness may have, you know, consequences. Ah, yes, the impetuousness of a youth. Meanwhile, you're an old man. There. Yeah, that looks great. I like that. That looks great. Hi, how are you? Oh my god. Trans channel. Wait. Have you seen him? No, okay. Looks like it's a limit of 2. Oh yeah, right. For chat, yeah. Jays are going to the World Series. Yay! For real. Nice. Crazy. That's awesome. Thanks for the heads up, Tina, and Sick, the very sponsor of today's episode, bringing you the experience that you're experiencing right now. So thank you, Sick, for all that you do, and a shout out to you as well, of course. Thanks so much for joining me here tonight, all of y'all too, and I hope that you're enjoying the absolute Batman zombie, man. Yeah, is that maybe too close? Okay, I thought there was maybe some wiggle there, waggle. Oh, is that the desk? No. Okay, maybe it's my brain. All right, onward. So I'm going to add some very small also veins in there too. And yeah, you know what? I don't know how these pens stand up to more water on top of them from watercolor, but I'll have to see on a test piece. Not this piece, a test piece. Yeah. I'm actually really liking this this zombie absolute Batman. Like, I really did not think I could do him justice. I just didn't know enough about his costume and that, and I was like, I definitely wasn't gonna start out with an action pose, because again, like, I don't get him yet, you know, but with this, I really do have a way better understanding of his costume and stuff. So, you know, this really helped. Like, doing this. Not that I'm going to be drawing him, like, a lot after this. You know, this will probably be my only, you know, absolute Batman zombie. Unless somebody orders it as a custom. Like, this is it. This is going to be the only one I do. You know, I'm sure. So, again, because it was a request. And I thought, yeah, man, I want to do them anyway. Like, I was going to kind of do them anyway. But since it's a request, it's like, oh, that's good. You know, that person will get to see me do it. And, yeah, it gets done faster. You know? Gets done a little faster. So, yeah. yeah, I really like this. I'm using those nice sort of. And you know what? Now that I've got Raphael Grandpa in my mind, his style of doing that, those bands, I'm like, but that's the way I would probably do it, you know. Yeah, but I just saw his Absolute Batman. I'm sure it was him. He's got a very distinct style. Yeah, he's crouching or something on this tower, and the version I saw was black and white, but it was fantastic, man. It was really good. So, and I'm looking at the way he did the bands, I think, and his boots and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I that's kind of how I would probably do it. I wouldn't put the solid black. I would kind of do it with line, like I'm doing now, So this is all line. It's not like I'm taking a marker and like making it black in there, because it looks more rough hewn, more rustic, more lived in, more used up, more like, dirty or dusty or whatever, right? However you want to affect the detail of that thing that you're doing. You might want to use, kind of pointillism or something in areas to create a different kind of texture, So, yeah. But for this, and it, like, again, that Raphael Grandpa Batman drawing was really awesome, and it did have the bands like that, and very cool, crazy details. So yeah, check that out. I've always loved that guy's work. Don't know where he's from. Kind of came onto the scene, I don't know, a couple of years ago, comic book wise, as far as I know. I think he maybe, I don't know if he's Argentinian or Colombian, or I don't know any of that, but I'm sure he did comics or something, where he's from. I get the feeling. I don't know if that's not true. I don't know if that's true, but it just seems like I've not seen his stuff anywhere before, and he's really good. Like, he's really seasoned. So it seems like he's done other things, but I've never seen his work before. So he probably does work in his homeland, wherever that is. For sci-fi mags, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's strange, not knowing the cultural significance of sci-fi and comics and stuff in other cultures, because I've seen a lot of stuff, like a lot of European like comics and stuff like that, and it's not like it's readily available here, man, and it's really cool when you do see it. Like, oh my goodness, like. Yeah, man, there's so many great artists, like foreign artists, and foreign, like from Canada or I would imagine United States too, that do incredible comic book and sci-fi work and stuff like that, like heavy metal-ish stuff. Obviously, heavy metal is where, all the reprints from other mags, and stuff, would be printed, right? So all that stuff is European, like, reprints, right? And that's why I was like, oh, you know what? I always thought heavy metal #1 would be worth, like, way, way more than what it is. But, and, like, I don't consider that reprints in a bad sort of derivative way. Like, that was the only American version of what you could see from Europe was in heavy metal, right? So I don't sort of consider that like a reprint in a negative connotation where it's like rehashed or whatever. That was like an original sort of printing of that in that form with those other stories and mostly a different cover, I think, too. So yeah, it was a different package entirely. So I thought, Heavy Metal #1 would be worth kind of more than what it is. But then the one with Tarna is, I think, worth a couple $100 or something like that, where she's on the cover from the movie, right? So yeah, but #1's not worth that. Like the first, as you'd expect, the first, few comics would be worth money because, wow, it's the first issue of Heavy Metal. Like, that's pretty crazy, man. But yeah, surprisingly not worth that much. Not what you'd think. But great movie, man. Weird movie, man. Weird movie, but great movie. Yeah. And I think John Candy had a voice in there too, and a few SCTV people had voice work in there. Jays are going to the. Yeah. Oh, okay. So yes, here is so far Absolute Batman Zombie from the deceased Absolute Universe. Called it. Yeah. Absolute Batman. There's some really cool, crazy veins in his neck there. Some nice drop shadowing in there too, to make it look extra scary. Extra scurry. I ain't scared of nothing. Some of his spikes have been pushed aside, possibly by Superman, or who knows who he fought, as a zombie, and or ate as a zombie. Yeah. So a few more, just some bullet holes in there. Not that they penetrated the skin, or not that they penetrated his outfit, his costume, his uniform, but yeah, bullet holes nonetheless from large caliber guns, weaponries, yeah, and paying close attention to the belt, the details on the belt here. Want to keep those, relatively realistic and just as worn as some of the other stuff. Yeah. But again, having the detail in them that makes them functional too, adding that stuff, because that's Batman. He's totally pimp tight, man. Like he's down with the gimmick, He's got all the fortifications. He thinks of everything, Master strategist, detective, powerhouse. Yeah, this Batman is like crazy huge, man. Crazy huge. Yeah. So I'm keeping as much of the gray, black costume, or like color thing palette going on that. I'm not going to stray too much from it, but I am going to add a bit of color to the costumes, some of the costume areas, just to, add some depth in there and a bit of shadow. And I know, yes, I'm doing it over the inks, but that's okay. There, and adding that under there, and that there. Yeah, I like that. And then putting a little bit of brown in there. Yeah. Putting a little bit of brown, and putting in a little bit of brown in there too. Like, I don't know if it's metal on his chest. I'm sure it is. Some kind of metal alloy. But does it rust? I'm not sure. I'm going to make it look like it's possible, though. So, yeah. And, I'll embellish the boots so that they are more detailed. And you'll be able to see what's happening in them. Is this dry yet? I hope so. Can you be dry, please? Can't you be my neighbor? I think it's pretty good. Yeah. So, I'm going to leave Batman for a few moments because I just put some washes on him, and I'm going to start on Sackboy. You heard me. Oh my goodness, that is so good. Oh, night, dude. Okay, night. I will talk to you very soon. Take care, Adrian. Whoa. I'm hoping you're referring to the Batman. Adrian, you're awesome. Thank you. Alan Brunke. I think I remember hearing he's like 6'1", 6'11". Oh, we're talking about Batman. Yes. Yeah. Thanks, Alan. And hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for checking out the chat. That is great. Thanks. Great to have you aboard. Thank you for that. Just doing a few requests that I've gotten lately from. This one was done by a small boy, a small child, or a young boy. He's probably 9 or 10. Asked me if I had done Sackboy, and I said no, but I said I'll do it for you. Like I'll do it, as you requested, sort of thing, as you inquired. So that's what I'm doing, Sackboy, and I'm doing, of course, Absolute Batman Zombie, yes, and Sackboy Zombie, of course. So he's made of yarn. What are you kids into? Yarn. Okay. Done. Making a yarn, drawing a yarn character. Sackboy. That's crazy. This is my life. There. Yeah, and he's going to be not too subtle on the outside because he's very big in the frame. So I can actually use a nice thick holding line for a lot of the parts. There's some foreshortening in there that the thicker holding line will work really well with. And I'm giving him sort of hips, like hip bones. Like, I'm going with the theory that he's got bones underneath, like so the zipper is pulled down and there's like a skeleton underneath him. In my zombie version of Sackboy, so yes. And he's got yarn, kind of sticking around him. Yeah. He's got thread sticking out of his yarn body. Yes, I said that. His yarn body. Yarn body. So I am very much going to keep that motif of the yarn in him, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to a brush pen, because as good as the Sharpie is here, as good as the Sharpie is here, it's not versatile enough. It's to one note, which is fine for holding lines, but when it comes to doing a little more thick to thin adventuring with your pen, you really do need a brush pen for that, or a brush. But I'm using a brush pen because I'm a baby. Yeah, like being a baby. What's wrong with being a baby? Being a baby's great. I like being a baby. Okay, so, this baby's got to get a new chair. I need a new crib. Wah! Wah, damn it. Yes. Wah, damn it. Alan, Rob is so talented and creative. I can see why you're excited. Wow, thanks, man. We met a few weeks back at a convention. It was awesome watching him do his thing live and in person. Yeah, man. Thanks, man. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely. I thank you so much, Alan. I appreciate that. And of course, Trent, thank you so much, man, for digging the work, for just enjoying my stuff. If you haven't checked out Zombie Daily yet, please do. It is where all of the art that I do here and everywhere else at cons and all those other places. Sounds sketchy, Rob. All the artwork that I do ends up going to Zombie Daily, which is my Patreon page. So you can check that out. You could become a member. That would be awesome. You could subscribe to this channel. That would be super fantastic. I think really the Patreon page and this page are kind of connected. All the art that I do here, like I said, goes and ends up being posted there, and that has been so far before doing these live streams. There are over 4,000 posts to check out. If you want to see my regular art or my non-zombie art, that is there too. If you want to check that out, just type bonus into the search bar, and you'll see a lot of my just regular art. If you could believe that exists. Yeah, so I do regular art. Does not include my adult art that I do. I do adult art, but that is not there for obvious reasons. And Zombie Daily has, man, like I said, thousands and thousands of posts. You can do it. You can have a drinking game, man. Like, does Rob have this? Has Rob drawn this? And if you get it right, or if you get it wrong, you got to take a drink. But seriously, I've done so many different, from all across pop culture, and far beyond even that. And I'm still doing it now. I'm doing it right now. That's how dedicated I am. I started doing Zombie Daily back in 2008, and I'm still doing it. And again, a lot of people ask what motivates me and stuff, and it's just the love of it. And to me, zombies can be made of almost anything, and depicted in almost any way you can imagine, right? There's so much. There's so much to work with zombies, man, artistically. On so many levels, right? On so many levels, too. The decay aspect. How did that thing become a zombie? Like, there's so many ways that can happen, too. Nuclear fallout, mutation, like a weird alien craft lands, and something in there, creates zombies. Lab experiments gone wrong, military experiments gone wrong. Like, it's endless. And then, like, every zombie from those things looks different, right? And then there's different stages. So yeah, man, it's endless. And then that applies to everything that you could think of. So, that's what motivates me. The fact that it's just an endless thing of stuff you can draw, in different ways, So, yes. That's why I love it so much. And it's true, I really do, I ain't faking this, man. I ain't faking this. This is the costume. It's a way of life. Yeah. Again, a reference from my favorite zombie movie. You think this is a costume? This is a way of life. Yes, though, we've got some great requests that I'm going to be doing in the future here on the channel. So, guys, if you can, please subscribe for more content. And I can't stop, so there's going to be more. I can't stop. So there will be more. And if you'd like to see more, if you'd like to see more content that I create, please subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome. And it would really mean a lot to me. A lot. And it would help me get perhaps in front of new eyes and have people enjoy my work if they so desire to. Hoping they do. And I could spread the word. I could spread the word of do art, man. Do some art. Enjoy art. Pick up a pencil and feel the soothing wonder of you drawing things for real in a sketchbook with pencil. And you can be creative. You can draw things around you. There's so many things you can do. There's no judgment. There's no stakes involved. You're just drawing for the sheer enjoyment and pleasure of it. And hey, you know what? It might unlock something inside of you. You know what I mean? Eh? So yeah, you might decide, hey, I really like this. Maybe I'd like to learn how to draw betterer. And as I mentioned earlier, it's all about communication, right? So if you want to communicate things through art, that is a very wonderful vessel in which to do so. Connect with people. And if you want to eventually show your work and stuff, show your work to people and things of that nature. And again, there are no stakes. There are no stakes involved. It's just that enjoyment and peace of mind, relaxation, using different parts of your brain that you don't normally use. In day-to-day, the rigmarole of the workaday world, And now I'm using that brush pen as I mentioned earlier. Because, yes, it creates way more of a nice... And, yeah, this paper is still damp. But, nonetheless, I am forging ahead with the inks like a fool. Should I be doing this? I think this pen might be like not long for this world, so I think the actual dampness is helping it continue inking for me. But this is what I want. This is the line weight and everything. Except when I get to here, I think I'm going to do it in a little smaller and add some more details. Do it in smaller and add some more details. Yes, that's what I want. But yeah, he looks very yarn-like. You know, I can even tell in the camera on the screen, he looks very yarn-like. And you know, oh no, I kind of bent it. I bent it like Beckham would. You know, putting the underneath, the sort of shadow underneath there is really going to make it yarny. Yeah. But, yeah, man, it's damp. It is totally damp. So I'm going to put him aside for now. But we're almost done. We're almost done. Ugh. We're almost done. Which is quite spectacular. And I'm just adding some kind of, you know, misty sort of cape stylings here. Again, with those vertical lines, of different line weights to show where the dips and sort of folds are in the cape, in the cappy. Capey there. Yeah, and then kind of the same for in there. It looks like his cape is being rained out. Yeah. Just gonna check the chat one more time. Hi guys. We met a few. Oh yeah, okay. I am envious of your ability to create. I wish my parents would have put me in more art classes when I was young. I think my biggest struggle creatively is that I don't have the patience to enjoy the process. You know, patience is definitely a component in creation and enjoyment of art itself. Art is not to be speedrun. Art is to be enjoyed and appreciated and thought about and pondered and explored. You know, and like the lives that we're sort of led to live make us so busy and everything is so immediate. The things that, you know, like the things like art sort of you know, become inconsequential now because no one's got the time to appreciate the work. You know, we were in the Sioux, and we were in Sault Ste. Marie, and we were in a hotel room, and one of the people I was with was sort of like was questioning the artwork on the wall, and it was like a close up of beach rocks. Of different colors, and like they were all like really brightly polished because of the wear on them and all of that, right? So he's like, you know, oh, look at that, it's just a picture of blah blah blah, you know, rocks and you know, but you know, you put a frame on it and it's art. And I'm like, yeah, that is art, man. Like, look at it. Like, the photographer, you know, took the time to take that exact area of the rocks or edit it to that degree or whatever, but it got to that point where, you know, it's now a piece for him. Like that's what he's trying to get to. Like, you know, that arrangement, right, with that maybe color arrangement too, and all that stuff. That was all probably thought of, you know. And I said, there is a lot of things going on in there. Like, if you think about it, even beyond the fact of the art, it's, looking at those rocks alone, those took billions of years to have that candy-like sheen on them. Like, so, again, like, just think about the thing that you're seeing for a moment, and experience it. Let it, become an experience for you, rather than sort of, like I said, speed run. Like, look at it and not get anything out of it because you couldn't be, bothered occupying your mind to like appreciate something like that, right? So that's what art, kind of makes us do, is to slow down and appreciate things and look and see stuff, and that's again why I love traditional art so much, because there's so many things going on in there with some artists, especially, right? The ones that I enjoy, the ones that inspire me, personally too. So yeah, man, all that stuff sort of goes in, and when you draw, if you do art, if you want to, take up the pencil and sketchbook for a little while, all of your experiences go into your art. All of your experiences, in some way, shape, or form, are embedded in the DNA of your art, whatever you create. So yes, it's very interesting to see where you go with it. Even like, and again, you don't have to be serious. Like, you just do it for the fun and enjoyment of it. There are no critiques or anything. If you want to show it to someone, that's your own. That's your own business. But otherwise, it's just a private thing that you just have, that you just enjoy and have. And it's a freedom thing too, man. It frees you, because it's yours and you're making it, and it's completely from your imagination or, things that you see, So yeah, it's a wonderful thing to draw, man. And again, you don't have to be good, whatever that means. That's rather meaningless when it comes to art. When you're just doing it for the happiness of it, the enjoyment of it, right? So yeah, like, there's those concepts don't apply. Good, bad, anything, yeah. It's just you're just doing it for the happiness and fun of it, And like I said, if you get better and you'd like to pursue it more, then awesome. But yeah, there is no obligation for you to do anything with the things you draw other than get relaxation and enjoyment out of it. Don't be shy. So there we go, guys. I hope you guys dig this drawing of the zombie Batman from the Absolute Universe. It's very hot. The Absolute Universe is hot. Yeah, it is, because it's good. Yeah. Yeah, man, I really, you know what? I really love what I just did with that cape part there. Yeah, it looks like it's snaking towards you. Yeah. There. Snaking towards you. It's snaking towards you. We have fun here. We have fun here on the channel. I think my biggest struggle creatively is that I don't have the patience to enjoy the process. Yes, but I have a degree in photographic art, but I only do like two, three creative places. Oh, okay. Oh, well, hey man, that's fine. I have a degree in photographic art, but I only do like 2 or 3 creative pieces a year. Yeah, and that's fine. You do stuff at your own pace. Um, like if you're working for like some sort of a firm or company or whatever where you have to perform with your art. Like if you're a comic book artist, you have deadlines and things of that nature. Then yeah, like I mean, you have to be fast. Like you have to be pretty quick to meet deadlines. But if you're kind of doing it on your own, again, there is absolutely no reason to again. I say this because it makes kind of sense. The speed run stuff, like enjoy your craft, man. Enjoy it. Like if you're living off it, it's a different thing. It's a different thing entirely. If you guys want me to talk about money and how I make a living off my art, let me know, and I'll actually do a whole episode on that if you want. Because like when I look at an artist, it always remains a mystery how they make money. I'm like, obviously there's the obvious things, of course, but for I think for every artist it's different. Well, maybe not every artist, but I think for a lot of artists, you arrive at your destination very. Everybody does it differently, I think. Yeah. Because man, I before I did zombie portraits, I had no idea what I was gonna do with my life. Yeah, I didn't know what I was gonna do with my art. I knew I wanted to do something with my art in life, but I didn't know what it was gonna be, and then I decided, and then. Yeah, I basically decided to draw zombie portraits of myself and my wife at the time. The person who's my wife at the time. I did zombie portraits of the two of us. And a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, said, that's an awesome idea. I'll make you a website and let's see if you can... People like to buy zombie portraits off you, and it blew up. And I've been doing them ever since. And it's crazy, man. Like over 10,000 zombie portraits so far, and counting. I'm doing 3 more this week. I'm doing three more. Maybe 4. If somebody gets back to me about it, because they said they're going to get back to me about it. Because there was a time limit on it. There was not a time limit, but they needed it for a specific date. But it's not until December, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but don't forget about it, because last minute things, it's not the greatest. I remember I was getting zombie portrait orders like the night before Christmas. At one point, the night before Christmas, yeah, and it was crazy. Like I'm like, oh my god, I can't do it anymore, man. At the time, because it was like just incessant, But, no, I always ended up doing it. It's true, though. Yeah, I always ended up doing it. No, you know what, guys? It's because I love my work so much. Like, I love doing my work so much. And I want to make people happy so much. So, it's very... So far, it's been I've never missed a deadline. I've never missed a deadline in my career. So even self-imposed deadlines that I've given myself, I've actually achieved. So like I'm very proud of that, and that's a huge part of my whole deal. You know, is confidence that somebody that hires me to do something or gets me to do a zombie portrait, like they're getting like every penny's worth, you know, and that's really important to me in every way, like, you know, in every aspect of it, right? Like the ease in ordering, like me doing exactly what I, say I'm going to do by giving you the JPEG first, then saying like, oh, it's done. Here's the JPEG. Let's, now, like, I'll send it, mail it out, or depending on where it is, it's a pickup or drop off or whatever. Like, figure out the mailing and that's it. And then they get the original, right? So, yeah, it's mailed to your door. So, yeah. So having that, doing all that that's a lot of work as well. But it's every part of that whole process is essential. Like there's no weak link in that process of you ordering a zombie portrait and me doing it for you. Because I've really. Because I've done so many over the years, I really have it down, and it's like I just want to get better now, And I've been doing that, trying to do that for the past 10 years. Because next year is Zombie Portrait's 20th anniversary, guys. So that's a big deal for me. That's huge, man. Doing this for 20 years. And loving every minute of it, and want to do it for some more years. And you know what, man? I'm even looking at this spike on Batman's shoulder thing, and I'm like, oh, I love that. I love how it's all turned and like wrenched over. And maybe he was in a fight with like a superpowered character and they grabbed the thing and twisted it or something. I don't know. But yeah, it looks very cool. And I'm adding another one there because I think it's appropriate. And another one back there. There. And maybe another one back there. Over the sea. Yeah, there we go. Add some more details in there. How do you think Absolute Batman's turning out, guys? That's a big one, man. This is a 12 by 9 sheet. Yes. Wow, this is a big one. This is a big one, man. So, I like it. I think it's turning out great. I think this in here should be darker though, but my table seems to be moving. There we go. My table seems to be moving. Oh my god. Oh my what? It's almost midnight. Come on now. Okay. I'm going to use you know what? Okay, even more kind of weird bat wing detail in there. Yeah, and he's got some organs and stuff slopping off of his boot. Because like I said, I'm sure he's kicked in some spines and, things of that nature. Needs some spines. He's got some blood on his knees there. Some spines got needed. Come quick, I need you. And yeah, some more nice details in the hand, in there. Yeah, wonderful. Good details in there. Good details in there, man. Some nice descriptive details to show veins and bullet holes and all kinds of other things that have happened to him since turning zombie, you know? Yeah. Yeah, man, like those boots are just high grade munitions, man. Like there's like he's huge. Like this Batman is massive. Yeah. And that's kind of again the cool thing about him. Like he's this impossibly crazy, outlandishly huge character. But then Bane shows up and he's like, hold my colon. He's like he gets like mad giant, man. He almost turns into like a Titan, like an Attack on Titan guy. It's all fleshy and veiny and stuff. Yeah, this is great. I love this. I like it. Yeah. I'm going to try to do some line work in here, but not like, yeah, not too, yeah, kind of like this. Just a dark, yeah, because this is going to, of course, have a thick holding line around it, as will his entire thing. The entire body and everything will have a thick holding line around it. But the hands here, especially, and the arm, which, man, there's still space in between that torso and arm, which is crazy. But that makes it perfect for the black spotting in there, the dark shadow in there. And I'm actually going to use some of that for his pants, for his shorts or whatever. Use the Schwartz. And yeah, I am putting in where they end so you can actually see that detail, which is good. And yeah, adding more black, and then I'm going to dissipate it with some lines. But for the most part, I'm going to put this thick holding line around his leg and there. And man, I love that. That looks really strong, you know? Looks really, looks like it's got a lot of weight behind it and a lot of strength, you know, in the stance. I think it looks really good. Works. And yeah, it looks like he's powerful still, even as a zombie, you know. So I think that looks cool. But yeah, we're putting in some black there. I'm going to actually, like I said, I'm going to dissipate it a little bit with those thinner lines. But first, like I want to get some thick lines in the cape at the top and then have it dissipate a little bit. But the thick holding line also, or the black rather, also helps the foreground pop too. So yeah. So yes. And yeah, I'm gonna kind of that kind of thing. And around his hand there. And yeah, like really, even up top, maybe I'll leave some space for some thinner line, but we'll see. I'm gonna leave some space for thinner lines there. That's for sure. Under the hand, but yeah, I think that's good. And then I think what I'm gonna do, well, first of all, I'm gonna add the thick holding line around Batman himself. I really like this. I really like how, I like the colors. I like how the ink and everything turned out, the inking. I think that really worked. The thick holding line is coming pretty well now too. It's really adding to the pop, and that's great. Even if it's a little clumsy and not as sharp, I can sharpen it. But I don't know if I will. I think it's fine the way it is, but I'll have to look at it again and see. But I think this is probably the end run for the inking on him, because he's come a long way, baby. Yeah, man, that looks great. I really do like this. I think it's probably one of the better drawings I've done recently. I really loved Spider-Man 2099. I think that one turned out really well too. But yeah, this one's great. I love the stance. I love the what do you call it? Composition. I know it's dead center, but it still works really, really well. So yeah, I think a successful evening of drawing. And guys, this was nothing but a mere sketch when we started. So if you want to see how we got here, how did we get here, man? If you want to see how we got here, check out the video in its entirety when we're off the air, and you can actually scroll through and see it happen. Unless you were here from the beginning, in which case I pity you and your decisions. No, as a matter of fact, if anybody was here since the beginning, you are my hero. Did you ever know that you're my hero? Oh my goodness, have I missed a whole... Oh, okay. Trent, would be cool to see more of... Would be cool to see more of your art, what your art is worth. Yeah, it's kind of worth different things to different people. Just like I think more or less like everything, But there have been a few originals that I have sold that have been resold for much more. And I'm okay with that. Until it starts getting to crazy levels, I'm fine with that kind of thing. I think for now, when I sell anything that I've done, it's a done deal, right? Yeah. So I mean, you can then, I'm sure, sell it to someone else. That's the name of the game, right? That's what everybody does, right? So I can't really stop people from doing that, nor would I guess even want to, because they bought something from me in the first place that I was okay with. Obviously, you don't use it for commercial purposes, but if you want to resell it, then that's, I guess, your prerogative, right? That's the investment of art. So, yeah. Typically photograph people in their element. Simple portraiture. Been decently successful at it, thankfully. Oh, that's great, Alan. That's really good. Had an absolute unit. Jeez. He's an absolute unit. Jeez. It's awesome just seeing it come together, even in the short time I've been watching tonight. Oh, he looks so imposing. Wow, man. Thanks, Alan. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you dig it, man. I'm really glad you dig it. Thank you. Adrian, I'm not sure who you're referring to there, but he's an absolute unit. Who did I mention someone that? Okay, anyway, I'm gonna get back to real time for a moment, and I'll check the chat again. Yeah, that's the problem with me not checking the chat every moment. I often don't know what someone's referring to because I have already forgotten. Yeah, I've already forgotten what I've said. Isn't that great? Just to forget what you say. The horrible, horrible things. Horrible, horrible things I say. So there's some nice Batman claws as he is a zombie now and forever will be. It's the deceased Absolute Universe featuring Zombie Batman. There. Yeah, I think he's really coming along great there. I really like it. I really like it, I must say. Putting some more of a thick holding line on there, too. There. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. I like that. It works. It's working. You can feel it working. A couple more bullet holes and stuff. Man, I might be almost finished this. Is that true? Can that be true? Almost. Yeah, it's just the cape at the bottom here, I think, for the most part. And yeah, like getting that little. Look at that little. I like that little bump I made. Boop. Yeah, see that? I like that little bump I made. See, in the cloth. It's hard to see, but little details like that. Like a little ramp, and then I'm actually gonna embellish that. So there. Yeah. We got some more cape parts, and again, I'm using one of the. This is the 01. I'm using one of the dollar store pen sets I got. Here it is. This is the box. Yeah, dollar store, man. $3.50 studio pens, man. Yeah. Number or 0.05, 0.1, and a 0.3. So yeah, man. Just like those, Pigma pens and Stadler pens. Studio's got their own version. Yeah, I like the ink. I think the ink's great. I like the way, I really do. I love the line. I think it's very smooth. I don't know how it's going to stand up to watercolor though, so that's kind of why I'm using it. That's why I'm going to use you last. That's why I'm using it last here, because there's no, I'm not adding any more watercolor to anything. He's pretty much as scuffed up and he's got as much. I might splatter him with something, a color perhaps, but I'm not going to be using a brush anymore on him. It's all going to be ink from here on in. So, and it's almost done. Like I might see this guy. I might not be able to finish tonight because I think I want to add detail into literally every thread. And he's damp still, like really damp. So I might not finish him, but Absolute Batman, yes, will be done because man, he's almost done. So I'm going to concentrate on finishing him and do it, and then you guys will see the Batman. Absolute Batman as a zombie for the first time, I think. DC has not done this yet. And I don't think anyone has done like a cover, an alt cover like this. So you're seeing the first the first zombie Absolute Batman. What he would look like. Yeah, adding more spikes and stuff. But man, yeah, I'm really digging. I'm really digging adding the details, like all the crazy, crazy, crunchy details. Um, yeah, because man, it's zombie Batman, zombie absolute Batman. Way more surface area to work with, you know. And yeah, I'm putting the. You can see his sort of neck in there, and the cape's all crazy, you know. And I wish I did have more room for the cape, but that'd be like another 2 pieces of paper on either side, which, you know, theoretically I could do and then just scan them separately and put them together. But I've already drawn the line where it should go. So, in fact, I haven't put the holding line on this yet, but there we go. Yeah, that has to be on there. And there. And there. Yeah. Don't know where it's going. Could be anywhere. Yeah, there. And, you know, I could rip it or whatever, but I think it looks just as gangly and weird and zombie-ish as it needs to be. So, yeah, I'm not going to, like, add rips to the cape that much. Like, I might add, like, a couple of strands or whatever, but, you know. But that looks great. I think that looks really good. I think I'm going to darken around the eye a little bit to pop it and pop it not out, but visually. And adding a couple of more little details to that, whatever it is on his chest. I don't know what it is, but it kind of feels tactical, so I'm kind of playing it straight with the thing on his chest. Yeah, so yeah, but I really like it. I really, really like it. And it's not often that I heap that much praise on my own stuff. You know, for reals. Yeah, but no, this looks really good. Might even sell it as a print one day. Oh, yeah, Batman, man. He's an absolute unit. Oh, yes, he's an absolute unit. Now I get it. Okay, I'm sorry. Batman, man, yes, for sure. DC Comics, hire this man. Thank you, Alan. I really, really appreciate that accolade. That is very nice. That compliment. I would love, you know what? I would love to work for Marvel or DC. I actually turned them down years ago. There's stories behind that, but I won't get into it right now. But I'll leave that a little mystery for another time. But there was a time I almost did work for DC. Their Vertigo unit or line or whatever brand that they had, and yeah. But I'll talk about that. Yeah, it's there's not enough time to get into that story right now, but I would love to work for Marvel or DC if they hired me as Rob Cicchetto. And I mean, as the zombie guy, you know, and they got me to do whatever, zombie book that they have. Like DC has Deceased, they have their zombie sort of universe or whatever, and Marvel's got their Marvel Zombies, right? So yeah, I would definitely enjoy working and doing a comic for any one of those companies, because I think it would be a huge challenge. And I love that. Like, I love the fact that it would be a challenge. And, man, I would do the best art you've ever seen, man. From me, I would really pour it on and make you go, wow, that was one of the best comics I've ever read. That's what I would try to do, for sure. You know, because I don't think it would be I wouldn't be doing comics much after that. I think that would be one of my only comics that I would ever do. And then I would not do comics anymore except for my own, you know. But yeah, I would definitely consider working for Marvel or DC in that capacity. That'd be fun. And yeah, not for the money, but for, I mean, obviously for the money. I'm not going to not get paid, but mostly for me as a challenge, you know, would be really wonderful to do that. Yeah, yeah. And man, like I've worked for so many huge companies, or worked with rather, like Simon & Schuster and well, even comic book companies like IDW and stuff. I've done indie comics too, but I stayed out of the big leagues because I didn't want to commit. Like I wanted to be free, right? And do my thing, you know, and have people like the thing that I do. That's why I turned Marvel and DC down when it was it was given to me. I can't sugarcoat it. It was given to me, and I really wanted to find out where the zombie portraits thing was going to go, man. And I had to find out, man. I had to, you know, I had to make that decision and stay the course. And man, I don't regret it at all, to be honest. I absolutely do not. You know, because again, like I could still theoretically work for Marvel or DC and have an almost more reason for them to hire me to do a thing like that, because, you know, I'm a little known as you know, the zombie artist type guy, right? So yeah, that would be awesome, man, to work to do a book, maybe a mini series for them, you know, or something. Yeah. Or even alt covers, man. I'd settle for that too. That'd be fun. Do alt covers for Marvel, or do regular covers even for Marvel Zombies books. You know, that'd be cool too. You know, five or six covers, man. I just pour some ink into that, man. Pour some heavy duty inks into that. You know. Yeah, I would love that. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Funt. DC, yeah. Definitely going to get you a couple of blank sketch covers next time I see you. Yeah, man. Yes. I would love that. I would love that a lot, Alan. And yeah, ready when you are, Officer Pembry. Ready when you are, man, for sure. Love doing the alt covers, or the sketch covers rather. Those are a lot of fun. I've done a ton of those, man. And where have I posted those? Oh yes, Zombie Daily. You can find all of the comic book covers that I've done over the years, and you can check that out by going to Zombie Daily right now. But not now. Do it after the live stream, and then enjoy an almost non-stop barrage of pure zombie art all the time, every single day. Every single day that guy does it. So yes, it's true. I'm gonna find sand. Is this sand? Sand. Yes, it is. And add some sand to his teeth to make them off-white, or sand. There, and then, but yes, for the alt covers, or rather the sketch covers, I really do enjoy doing those. And I you know what? The thing that I love about them the most is the actual paper stock. Like, you could do anything with that paper stock. Like, you can almost use any medium on it, and it works. It's good, you know, and it's got a really great surface to work on. So yeah, I love doing them, man. Yeah. I gotta find out what that paper is. I won't. I'm too like, I don't have time. Yeah, I gotta get that paper, whatever paper they use for those for those covers, man. Yeah. I don't think I think maybe I had a bad kind of one once. Maybe. But I think all of them are great. Like, I think all of the companies that do the blank covers have good paper stock. You know? Pretty sure. I don't think I've ever come across a bad one. Maybe once, I don't know. Or it wasn't what I expected. You know? Yeah. But anyway, no biggie. Yeah, this is a great... You see that pen action there going on? That's great, man. And that's that dollar store pen. Dollar store pen. Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll get it a little closer for this guy. He looks like a little Loch Ness. He's part of Batman's cape. Putting a few little... And this is again classic cross hatching, but with a twist of lemon, because the lines are curved. But again, it's cross hatching, just done with a curved line. I'm gonna fill in some of the larger area lines with smaller lines to just give it that sort of like dirty detail. There. Right. Okay. Let's see the chat. Oh yeah. There I did the thing. You got another loyal patron. Oh, really? Oh. Well, Alan, if that's true, I'm blown away. I don't know if you can tell, but I literally was speechless there. If that's wow, thank you so much. Goodness gracious. Okay, well, I will talk to you again very soon. That is wonderful news. Thank you very much for becoming a patron. If I understand that correctly, that is wonderful. If that is correct, if I am correct in understanding that, yeah. See, yeah. At this point, it's very it's very difficult to because when I first started out, I think everyone sort of would see posts from my Patreon, and I think it's gone down substantially just in terms of them marketing it, because I never see any kind of promo or anything like that for Patreon. I do for the TeePublic site, and I'm like, wow, it actually works, because every time I see their promos, I sell shirts, which is really crazy, that kind of immediate response. So I know TeePublic is really good when it comes to that marketing stuff. I see their ads on my YouTube channel an awful lot, and that's great, because I have a lot of shirts there, man. I have a lot of shirt designs there, and I really enjoy those shirt designs, creating them and selling them. When people dig them, I'm like, oh, that's awesome, But yeah, it's very difficult to get patrons just because of the nature of it. People aren't sitting there going, oh, I want to give this guy $2, for doing zombie drawings. I don't think people kind of think that way, because, all he does is draw stuff, it's no big deal. But, again, it becomes expensive when you draw, thousands of zombie drawings with traditional materials. It is very expensive to maintain that, right? And that's why I created that's what I created the Patreon for. And it obviously acts as Zombie Daily, of course, where I put all my zombie art, But yeah, if folks want to help support me in the sense that it's it's the money goes directly to art supplies, then man, that would be a dream come true, man. It would literally blow my mind. And Alan, if you did, I'm blown away, man. Thank you so much. That is absolutely wonderful, and I cannot thank you enough. That is the best. Thank you. I love the little details, and guys, you put inside your pieces. It kind of depicts how trapped the essence of true Batman is as he rots in his body. Adrian, holy crap, getting deep into the meat, into the marrow of the drawing of the Batman, of the Batmanton. Wow, that's great. Nice insight. I love that. You have a great way with words. Doing the thread gag with with Sackboy earlier was awesome. I love that. Yeah. Yes. I'm very happy and blown away, Alan. Thank you so much. I cannot tell you how much that means to me, man. Like, it means the world to me. You know, so you're my hero, man. Thank you, and thanks to all my patrons. I don't say it enough. I have to thank all my patrons, guys. Like, you keep me afloat. You know, like I said, art supplies are expensive. You would be surprised, and here's the thing too. As you well know, I make those dollars last, man. Like. I use dollar store materials, and they work great, so why not use them? You know, I make the dollar go a long way. So when you give to my Patreon, it goes to, you know, buying art supplies and different art supplies, like different types of things, which is really interesting too, because I get to kind of test that stuff out in front of you guys and show you how it works, because I'm learning too. If I use something different, like these acrylic pens, I've never used to their full potential, but I'd like to try to see what they do. You know, and maybe I'll do that in an upcoming episode too, because I've never used them like that. You know, so yeah. But I'm going to add just a wee bit of white there with the pencil crayon, and just a wee bit there. And the hands, kind of on the boot, just subtle, very subtle, just there as a highlight, but not a bright spot, not a hot spot, just a highlight. And I think that's probably it. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Maybe a couple of highlights, and like in the blood. In the blood and in the chest piece, that's bloody as well. Which, man, I really like I really like how this turned out. I hope you guys dig it too. You know, I hope you guys dig it too. And again, this was a request from a fan, and you know, it was one that I was more than glad to execute, because I really wanted to do you know, Absolute Batman 2. And like I said, I think the thing that kept me from him the longest was getting a good enough reference from him of him that I could use, because I found him very confusing to draw, you know, because I never saw him clearly in anything. He was always obscured by darkness or like crouching or something, and so, you know, you never really got a good look at him. Who knows? Maybe the DC is like being super brilliant, playing 4D chess by actually keeping that mystery. But you know, there's enough to extrapolate, of course, as I did. But I had to do it from 4 different drawings. You know, yeah. But I think it turned out great. I really like this one, and this one's coming along great too. I think he looks very yarn-like. and I haven't even put all the details in there yet. And boy, when I do that, it's really gonna look like yarn. So yes, I will finish this another time, perhaps in front of you all. But until then, you know what, guys? I think I'm gonna call it an evening. And I'm so glad you guys came and saw and watched and hopefully subscribed. Man, I've gotten so many new subscribers lately. I must be doing something a little bit right, I hope. And I find it absolutely wonderful that you're subscribing. That means that you like some of the content that I'm doing, and perhaps the cut of my jib and the way that I draw. And if you like it, it's all traditional. If you like it, I will be doing more in the future very soon. And I look forward to that as always. So guys, thanks again so much for stopping in and chatting. Wow, man, the chat was full tonight. Woo! Love this. Yes, Adrian. I didn't do it as a favor. I did it because I genuinely love your work. My friend can't humble your way out of this one. Yeah, thanks, Alan. That's great. But it's true, man. It's true. I really feel that way, and I really appreciate you liking my work, man. Like, there's nothing better than that for me to hear about the things that I do. So, to everyone who subscribes and everyone who is a patron, wow, man, I do it for you guys. I do it for you guys. I love doing it. I do it for you guys. I do it for myself. I do it for people to be entertained and maybe enjoy art on their own, you know. So thank you all for your interest and support. It means everything to me. I am going to call it a night, and I'm going to see you guys again very soon. Thank you all for showing up tonight and the chat, and please like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys all again, and you'll see Batman. You'll see this absolute Batman zombie on the Zombie Daily Patreon page very soon. So check that out in the link, as all links are in the description below. You're looking at a shirt that I have actually in the t-shirt shop there too, which the link is there too. You can get this shirt. So yeah, guys, thanks again. And I'll see you all again soon. Until then, best wishes and love. I'm going to just check my chat one more time here. Adrian, good night, Rob. Good night, Adrian. I will see you all again soon. Thank you so much for stopping in. Everyone, thank you so much. Have a good night, Adrian. All right, guys, Rob is out. See you soon.